Hello, my name is Randy. We are going to do a flow today. We're going to be expanding and contracting and all the things, and it's going to be wonderful. So let's get started. Let's come to the top of our mat and let's hop into child's pose first thing. So sink your hips towards your heels. Arms reach forward on the mat, and you can put your forehead on the ground and kind of massage around your third eye. Just get present in your body. Take a moment here to find presence on your mat. Put aside everything that happened before, everything that you have to do after, and just be here now. You can sway side to side if that feels good. Come up onto your hands and knees. Flip your, actually, don't flip your toes yet. We're gonna do a few cat-cows here. Pull your chest through your arms, reach your head towards the sky, tailbone tilts up, belly drops down. Push through the hands, shoulder blades together. Exhale, push through the hands, drop the head, tuck the tailbone, navel pulls up. Inhale, brings our chest through our arms. Take a few of these on your own. As always, if you want to get a little wild here, find a little more freedom in your spine, you can do some barrel rolls or just move and listen to your body and go with where it takes you. Flip your toes. We're going to hover our knees about an inch off the ground. Push through your hands, navel up towards your spine, tuck your tailbone, and just be here for a moment. You're engaged everywhere. Now, right hand forward, left foot forward. So a little crawl. Left foot hand forward, right foot forward. And now we're gonna go backwards. Right hand back, left foot back. Left hand back, right foot back. Back, back. Now we go forward. Left hand and right foot, right hand, left foot. Still low to the ground. Still in this quadruped position. Left foot back, right hand. Whew. Just activating our whole body here and forward, and just keep going forward and backward, y'all. Woo. All right, next time you cross the middle of your mat, push your hips back up into down dog. Take a deep breath in, inhale. Exhale with a sigh. Make some noise. Inhale. Exhale, make some noise. Good. Come up onto your toes. Tuck your tailbone. Inch by inch, roll your spine forward like a wave until you end up in your plank pose. As soon as you get there, bend your knees. Tilt your tailbone up towards the sky. Vertebrae by vertebrae, push back into down dog. 2 more of those. Up on your toes, roll, wave your spine forward. Exhale, bend your knees, tilt your tailbone up towards the sky, push back into down dog. 1 more time, up on your toes, roll through your spine like you're a wave. Bend the knees, tilt the tailbone. Beautiful. Step, hop, walk to the front of your mat. Halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees as much as you need to get your belly to touch your thighs. Opposite hand grabs opposite elbow and let your head dangle. You can sway side to side. Drop your head. Let it relax. Loosen your jaw. Move it side to side. Inhale. Exhale with that sigh. Stand up, arms to the sky. Hands in towards your heart. Inhale. Exhale, hands by your hips. Good. Arms reach up towards the sky. Left foot comes in towards your body and then out towards the side of your mat. Kick it back behind your right leg. Land your foot, grab your left wrist with your right hand, and just a gentle pull over to the right side. Feel expanse in that left side body. Come back to center, right knee in, around, back, land it behind the left foot. Left hand grabs right wrist and just arc your body over to the left. Good. Back to center. Squat down into your Malasana pose. This might feel crickety if this is your first one of the day or first thing in the morning. You can always put something under your heels or sit on a block. Hands to the floor. Lift your seat. Jump, step, hop. Chaturanga. Up dog. And down dog. We're going to do 2 more of those. So come up to the balls of your feet. Bend at the knees. Jump, step, hop to the top of the mat. Halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Rise up. Hands to the chest. I don't know why, that just reminded me of Hamilton. Well, I do know why. All right, left knee in, sweep it back behind the right leg. Left arm arcs up, right hand grabs left wrist. Good. Left knee back to middle. Right knee in, sweeps around, back behind the left. Right arm reaches up and bend to the side. Right knee comes back in towards middle. Feet hips distance apart. Toes can be out, heels in. Sink your hips. Malasana. You can do a little neck roll. Hands to the mat, jump, step, hop. Chaturanga, up dog, and down dog. Up onto your toes, bend the knees, jump, step, hop. If you're floating to the top, your gaze is in between your hands. Halfway lift and forward fold. The float comes from pressing into your hands. Sweep your arms up towards the sky, hands in towards chest. Left knee in, sweep it around behind the right. Left arm up and over. And center. Right knee in, sweep it around behind the left. Right arm up and over. Get out all those cobwebs. Back to center. Feet hip distance apart. Sink your hips. Malasana. Take a deep inhale here. Let go of anything you need to let out. Goodbye. Hands down. Jump, step, hop to the back of the mat. Chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. Okay, here we go. Right away, my friends. Right leg sweeps up. Good. Bend your left knee. Set your left knee onto the ground slowly. Kick your left foot out. And lift your right arm up towards the sky. So you're in this modified plank. Bend your right knee. Grab your right ankle with your right wrist and kick back into your hand. Feel that opening in your thigh and your chest. If this doesn't feel good, you can always stay expanded in your modified side plank, reaching out through both your hand and your leg. Right knee into chest. Slowly bring your toes to the front of the mat. Come onto the ball of your back foot. Sweep up into crescent pose. Lift the left knee. Arms reach towards the sky. Let's take a moment to set up our pose here. Bend the left knee. Tuck your tailbone. Try to bring your frontal pelvic bones and your ribs towards each other. This is going to engage your core. Arms reach up, and if you can keep the pelvis like this and straighten your back leg, do that as much as you can. But as soon as you start to lose the pelvis, you come back to your bent knee. Bend into the front right leg. Tug the right hip back. Beautiful. Cactus your arms. Draw your shoulder blades in towards each other and pull your arms back. Shoulder blades in towards each other and then pull your arms back. Puff your chest up towards the sky. Arms reach up towards the sky. Open up, warrior two. Sink into your front right leg. Take a moment to set this up. Engage through the knife edge of your back foot. Bend into your right hip, or your right foot, knee. Tuck your tailbone, right? That same action of bringing our top pelvic bones towards our ribs and our ribs towards our pelvic bones. Reach out your hands towards either side of the mat. Imagine there's energy coming through your feet, coming through your core, and shooting out through your hands. So good. Clasp your hands behind your back. Straighten them as much as you can. Maybe walk your right toes over a touch. We're coming into humble warrior. Bend your chest to the inside of the right leg, or as close as you can get to it. You get no extra brownie points for being able to bring your head to the mat, or your hands for that matter. So just be where you are. Tuck your right hip in because it's going to have a tendency to want to go out. Bring it in towards the middle. I know your right hip's probably talking to you. Just another minute here. Inhale. Exhale, get out of there. Push into your right foot. Straighten the back leg or the front leg. Reach your right arm up and over. Find some space. We're just in a deep contraction and now we're finding some expanse. Left arm reaches forward, right arm reaches forward. Bend at the hips. Left hip's coming back. Right arm reaches forward. Right leg still straight. Sprinkle your right fingertips to the floor, or they can rest on your shin here or a block. Left arm up towards the sky. Feel long. Tuck your right hip in towards the middle. Left hand can reach up over your head so you're feeling length in that left side body. Push through your right foot. Beautiful. Bend the knee, hands frame the foot. You can take a moment here and bring your foot about 6 inches back, and if you want to try a kick up off of it. Just one kick up though. Chaturanga. Up dog, down dog, left foot up. You know where we're going. Sink your right knee to the ground. Kick your heel out towards the right. Come up to your modified side plank. If you want to go there, grab the left ankle with your left hand and kick back into your hand. Feel the left thigh opening, the chest opening. Breathe. Release. Left knee into chest. Left toes to the front of the mat. Right foot comes back onto the ball. Sweep up into crescent pose. Bend the right knee. Set your core. Frontal pelvic bones draw up towards the ribs. Ribs draw towards your frontal pelvic bone. If you can keep this, if you can keep the integrity in your pelvic bone, see if you can straighten that back leg a little and feel the stretch here in your right thigh. Arms reach up. Bend at the elbows, so we have our little cactus arms here. Press the arms back, puff the chest up. Shoulder blades draw in, down the back, puff your chest up, pull your arms back. In, down the back, arms back, chest up. Ooh. Sweep into warrior two. Here we go. Set up your legs. Heel to arch. Press into your back right foot. Bend into your left knee. Again, with the pelvic bone, you guys know how to set up by now, right? Frontal hip bones, up. Rib cage, down. Engage your core. Shoot that energy through your hands. It's coming through your feet, up through your core, straight out through your arms. Feel that grounding energy coming up from the earth, giving you everything you need to get through this day, this moment. I know we're still here. Okay, clasp your hands behind your back. You might want to move that left little tootsie over to the left a little to make some space to come into our humble warrior. So here we are. Clasp your hands behind your back. Bow your chest to the inside of that left leg. Arms reach up overhead. Left hip pulls in towards your center line. Let your head drop and be heavy. Okay, I know this sucks, but you've got this, and I've got this, and we're in it together. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3, power up, push up, straighten your left leg. Left arm reaches up and back. Stretch it out. Expand. Make noise. Make noise. It feels so good to just make noises that reflect your feelings. Let it out. All right. Here we go. Bend at the left hip. Reach your left arm forward. Right hip is going back as your chest is coming forward. Reach, reach, reach. Hand comes on your shin, on your mat, and right arm reaches up. And just breathe. Again, left hip might have a tendency to want to go out. Bring it in towards the center line. Squeeze your glute. Your right glute. Right arm reaches up towards the sky. And of course you can put it overhead if you want to feel that lengthening in your side body. Don't forget about your core here. It's engaged and strong. All right, bend the left knee. If you want to take your kick up, left foot comes back about, I don't know, a ruler's distance. Hands strong underneath your shoulders, and then just left heel towards your booty. Chaturanga, Up dog and down dog. Bend at the knees, come up onto the balls of your feet. Try to get your hips over your shoulders here if you're going for that float. Press into your hands, keep your arms straight. Gaze forward, and we hop. And legs come down. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Arms reach up towards the sky and in towards your chest. Here we go, y'all. Arms reach up. Feet hips distance apart. Sink your glutes towards your mat. Malasana. This time, instead of going straight back, if you want, we can try a little crow pose. Hands come to the mat. Fingertips point towards the front edge of your mat. You can walk your tootsies back a little bit. Knees will come on to your triceps. Bend your arms, and your chest is going to lean forward. Put weight into your fingertips. Chest comes forward. Gaze in front of you. And if you're comfortable here, try to lift your right foot up towards your right glute. And if it feels okay, try to lift your left foot up towards your glute. And look at you. You're in a crow. Woo! And you can either set it down, go back to down dog, or shoot it back. Chaturanga, up dog, down dog. Okay, here we go. Right leg reaches up towards the sky. Come on to the knife edge of your left foot. Side plank. You can try that same grab back here or stay in your side plank. So bend at the right knee if you want the grab. And grab your right ankle with your right hand. See if you can kick back. This requires a lot of concentration. So find one spot to gaze at on the floor. Release slowly with control. Bring your knee in towards your chest and your right foot to the top of the mat. Sweep up into your crescent pose. Inhale. Exhale. Open up to warrior two. Inhale. Exhale. Clasp our hands and bow to our front right leg. Right hip pulls in towards the center line. Drop your head. Inhale. Exhale, pushes us out. Reverse. Arm reaches up. Right leg straight. Woo. Good. Arms reach forward. Right arm reaches forward, coming into our triangle. Left. Right hand on the floor. Left arm reaches up. Tuck your right hip in and tug your left hip open. Bend the front right leg. Right arm is going to track out in front of you and pour so much weight into your right foot that you can get light on your left foot and lift it up parallel with the mat. Hips open towards the side of the room. Half moon. Your right hand can be tented on the floor. It can be on a block, a stack of books, whatever feels good. Roll your hips down so they're square with the floor. Left knee in towards chest. Whew, here we go. We're gonna wrap our left knee around our right leg, eagle legs. All right, you can stay here, right, with your left knee crossed over, or you can wrap your left toes behind your right leg. Eagle the arms, right arm under left, and see if you can bend. Bend, 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 bend. Oh, my right calf is really cramping up. Okay, so bend, 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 bend. Touch your elbows to your knees. Unravel. Shoot back into your warrior two. Woo! here for a moment. Straighten your right leg, bend into your back, Skandasana. So here we kind of have a little of both, right? We're contracting, getting smaller towards in the left side body, and finding so much expanse in that right side. Push up into your standing pose. So you're pushing through your right, left foot. Here we are, wide leg, standing pose. Heels track in, toes track out. Bend at the knees, sink your hips, goddess pose. Again, here, we want to think frontal hip bones up, rib cage down. Arms can be anywhere you want, up towards the sky, on your knees, but you are engaged. You're not dumping into your knees here. You are using your muscles, y'all. And breathe. Push down through your feet. Parallel your feet to the sides of the mat. Forward fold. Bend at your hips. Pour weight more into the balls of your feet. Engage your quads. Hands can come down to the mat. If it's in your practice and you want to do it, you could do a headstand, handstand here. And just take a moment to breathe. Come on up into standing. Right toes track forward. Hands to the floor. You can do a kick up here if you want to. So right foot comes back, pour weight into your hands, kick your heel up towards your glute. When you're ready, come down. Left foot sweeps up towards the sky. We're gonna go into side plank, so come onto the ball of your right foot, swivel over. Same option that you had on the first side, stay here, or bend at the left knee and grab the left ankle with your left hand. Kick into your hand. Find one spot to gaze at onto the floor, because if you don't, this is gonna be pretty hard. It's pretty hard anyway. Release. With slow control, bring your left foot up towards the top of the mat, sweep up into crescent pose. Inhale. Exhale. Warrior two. Here we are. Nice to meet you again, Warrior two. Bend into the front left leg. Shooting energy through our fingertips. Hands clasped behind our back. Bow to the inside of your left leg. Pull the left glute in toward your midline. Inhale. Exhale and make some noise. Maybe even stick your tongue out. Ready? Inhale. Exhale. Let it go. Push down into your front left foot. Straighten your left leg. Left arm reaches back. Find expanse. Triangle pose, left arm reaches forward, right hip kicks back. Reach, 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 reach. And then sprinkle your fingertips down. Right arm reaches up towards the sky. Left hip, left tailbone comes into the midline. Squeeze your right glute. Bend the left knee. Left hand reaches out in front of you until you feel so much weight pouring into your left foot that you can lift your right leg parallel to the mat, parallel-ish, right? Left hand down, right hand up, hips towards the side of the room. And breathe. Square off your hips to the mat. Right knee comes in towards chest. My one-legged balance is struggling today. Right knee is going to wrap around the left, eagle legs. Wrap your right foot or don't, but sink your hips low. Pull the legs towards each other, right? Then, if you've got that, wrap left hand under right and see if you can touch your elbows to your knees. Good. Come back up, unravel, warrior two for just a minute. Straighten the left leg, bend into the right. And it feels so good to get out of that left leg. Every day, every moment, every week, your body is someplace different. And it doesn't matter if you could do things yesterday, you might not be able to do them today. And that's okay. You just have, it's part of yoga, right? Is getting okay with being wherever you are and not standing in judgment of it, but just accepting it. And, you know, just appreciating where you are in that moment. Okay, here we go. So we're gonna press into our right foot to come into our wide leg stand. Heels in, toes out. You know where we're going. Sink your hips. Goddess pose. Remember to set your pelvis here. You can sway side to side. Helps lube up your joints and it feels good. Press into your feet. Parallel your feet to your floor. I was shaking there. I'm just very shaky today. Okay, bend at your hips, forward fold. As always, if it's in your practice and you want to do it, handstand, headstand. Hands on the floor, underneath your shoulders. Pour more weight into the balls of your feet. Engage your quads to bring your thighs closer to your belly or your belly closer to your thighs. And just let your head hang heavy here. It's a really heavy, your head is a really heavy part of your body and your neck carries it around all day. So it might feel good to just let it relax. All right, engage through your feet, engage through your quads, engage through your belly. Slowly hinge at the hips to come back into stand. Bend through the left foot, left toes towards the front of the mat. Hands frame that left foot. Kick your foot back a little bit if you want to try the kick up. Heel comes towards your booty. Gaze in between your hands. Feel the balance between your fingertips and the heels of your hands. Chaturanga, up dog. And for a moment, let's come into child's pose. Just take rest here. I always like to put my forehead onto the mat and kind of squish my head around there, give it a massage. Good. All right, let's come on to our shins. Hands on your lower back, fingertips wrapping around your waist. We're gonna come into a camel pose. So if you know it's better to come onto the balls of your feet and tuck your toes, you can go there. If you like the tops of your feet on the floor, that's all good too. Set your pelvis just like you were before, tuck your tailbone. However, this time we are gonna let our chest open more. So tuck your tailbone, hips are staying forward, draw your shoulder blades in towards each other and down on the back, and feel how that creates a shelf underneath your chest and it pushes your heart up towards the ceiling. Together and down the back again. Hips are staying forward. Push them together and down the back. Your gaze can go up a little if that feels good. If you'd like, you can reach your hands back into cactus. See if they can grab your heels behind you. Hips forward, shoulder blades together, then down on the back, puffing your heart up towards the ceiling. Gaze up at the ceiling. Feel your chest opening, expanding, creating energy and space. Release slowly. Come back towards your heels. Good. We're going to do that one more time. Take one more inhale. Exhale. Let's get ready. Come on to your shins. Flip your toes or not. Pull your shoulder blades in towards each other, then down on the back. Tailbone draws long. Puff your chest. Puff, 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 puff. Hips forward. Hands can grab at your heels. Puff your chest up towards the ceiling. It's not going back, it's going up. Create that shelf with your shoulder blades. Breathe. It can be difficult to find your breath in back bends, but create space. Feel your breath filling up your lungs. Release, slowly come up. Sink your hips back towards your heels. Woo! Good. All right. So let's come into a plank really quick to pull ourselves back together after we've done back bends and opening. We kind of want to reset our body back to neutral. So hands are under your shoulders, toes back. Pull your heels of your hands towards your feet and your feet towards your hands. And breathe. Good. Push back into down dog. If you're interested, you can take a handstand. You can either do that at the wall, or if you have a handstand practice in the middle of the room, wherever you're at. Or headstand would be great here also if you have a headstand practice. Forearm stand, of course, any inversion. If you're not into inversions, you can put your feet up at the wall, because that is always a fabulous option. This feels good today. But if you're going into headstand, your hands, your forearms can come to the ground. You could do a tripod headstand. I like this one for when I was first learning. because you can pour more weight into your forearms. It's not just your hands and your head taking the weight. You've got all of your forearms. So you can clasp your hands here, tuck your pinkies in though, so that you don't crush them. Hips up towards the sky, and your head, the crown of your head, not the front, not the back, the crown, comes in between that little triangle. You walk your toes up, bring your left knee in towards your chest, and then see if you can bring your right knee in. If you're not there yet, just left knee in, this is your work. And then right knee in. And then eventually, it'll feel lighter, and you can get your hips above your shoulders. And bring your legs up, and bring it all back down. If you're trying handstands today, you can do it at the mat, or at the wall, or at the center of your mat, hands below your shoulders. Left, whatever leg is your dominant kicking leg, that leg is going to be on the ground. The other leg, whatever feels natural, kicks up towards the ceiling. Gaze in between your hands, pour weight into your fingertips, and then the goal here, think today, gaze between hands, right? Kick heel towards glute, and keep knee in towards chest, right? Good. Arms wrap in here. And release. If you're having fun with your inversion play, you can pause me and keep going. For the rest of us, finish up where you're at, and then we're gonna come into a hip opener. You can do single pigeon, right? If you like this one. Double pigeon, great option, or figure four here on the ground. I love double pigeon, so I'm gonna rock that. Here we go. Wherever you're at, right leg on top or right leg in front if you're in single pigeon. Flex your right foot and just crawl yourself forward. Not your deepest bend, just one to reset our body. Open up our hips. Give a little release. Fold forward. If you're in that supine figure four, you've got your hands in between your leg, clasping around your left shin bone or left thigh. Drawing in, your right knee can push out and pull in gently on that leg towards your body. Stopping wherever it feels good. Wherever feels nice and juicy, like you get a stretch but you're not in pain, that's where you want to be. Release, switch your legs. So now your left leg is the leg we're working on, the hip we're working on. Stack the left knee over the right foot. If you're in double pigeon, left knee comes forward. If you're in single pigeon, heel can be closer in towards your groin or out further parallel with your shin can be parallel with the mat. Whatever feels best in your body. And if you're in the supine figure four, you are now clasping your hands around your right leg, flexing through the left foot. You can try to push your left knee out a little towards the front of your mat as you draw in with your hands towards your body. Okay, release. Let's come on to our backs. If you're already on your back, stay there. Right knee crosses over left. Knees knock over towards the left. Drop. Gaze over the right shoulder. You can close down your eyes here as we're wrapping up. Not a lot of effort into this pose, just be here. There was a lot of effort in our whole practice, so just appreciate what you've done so far and be here. Now, letting your body relax. Knees come back in towards center, left knee over right. Knees are going to drop to the right and gaze over to the left. And just close your eyes and breathe. All right, release, come back through center. Stretch your legs long, arms. Throw them out wide. Take up some space here. And let your body relax. Feel your arms get heavy. Notice how your body feels against the floor beneath you. Let that floor, the earth, support you and your body. Feel the energy in your body now, the space you've created, the work you put in. Thank you so much for joining me today, you guys. I needed this practice so much, and I hope you feel really good after it too. I'm gonna leave you here. You stay in your Savasana however long you need to until you feel like your body's telling you you're ready to come back into the day. I hope to see you next time.